My friends, it's time for Dollar Bead Box. And it's not even March yet. It is February 28th today. I'm excited. So it's going to be a very busy evening. Very busy evening. I'm going to be on a live. It's going to be very busy. But it is here and I'm not waiting. So I may not release this until Sunday the 1st because I'm pretty busy tonight. Really busy tonight. And because, it's the March Dollar Bead Box. I should release it in March, right? Yeah, but I can't wait to open it. Are you kidding? So let's get into it. I love my Dollar Bead Box. Let's make sure no codes are showing. Excellent. So first, I get the Dollar Bead bag and the Dollar Bead Box. The bead bag is an add-on subscription to the box. So I tell you though, when you're getting that box, get the bag. It's amazing. These are 3mm and 4mm strands that go with this month's box. You want to see what it is? Whoa! Yes! Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. This is my vibe. This is great. Look at these. All the AB and metallics and with the pinks and the purples, and you see the golds popping through there. This is going to be good. Okay, all right. I feel better already. I definitely feel better already. It's been a day. It's been a day. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at these. These are gorgeous. Look at the 4mm. Oh boy. Oh, those with that wash over them, that speckling. Oh. Then we have some that are translucent, some that are matte. That fire polish. Oh, these are super pretty, super cool. Then 3mm. So we have some of that rainbow iris. It's that matte rainbow iris. And then we have some of that translucent there. And then here we have that purple. Oh, this is going to be so fun. This is going to be so much fun. So look, we have, let's see, we have these two that are almost the same, right? And then we have these two that are the matte, fun. We have these two that are the colored, and then these two that are kind of the translucent. So that's what typically happens is the 3mm and the 4mm go together. Sometimes identically, other times just to mesh well. Looky here. $8, 8 strands. You got to get the bag added to the box. And if you don't have a box and you don't have a bag, you really should. Trust me, you really should. So here we go. You ready to go through the box? Let's at least look what's in it, okay? And then we'll go through each of the items. Okay, so in the box. I love these. I love these. Look at this, and we get cording this time too. How much fun is that? Oh my goodness, look at this palette. Oh, okay, where's the paper? Hold on, I haven't read it yet. Okay, let's see. March 2026. Welcome spring with our March bead box, a rich, romantic palette of purples and violets inspired by early blooms and twilight skies. From soft lilacs to deep amethyst tones, this month's mix is designed to spark creativity and add a touch of magic to every piece you make. Okay, I'm so happy. Look, we get stars again. Aren't those so pretty? Oh my goodness, look at these, you guys. That's a button. Oh, how fun are these? How fun are these? I love that. Oh, and look at the strands. Okay, let's go through this. Ooh, yes, let's go through this. Here we go. You ready? So just like with the bagged items, there was the list on the front of that. On the back of what I had read is a list of everything that is in this month's box. So let's get to digging into it. So we're going to start out with the strands. 4mm check glass structs. These are opaque lilac, 35 pieces. Look at that lilac. Aren't those just pretty? Very pretty little guys. This screams spring. No question. This color purple just screams spring. Beautiful, beautiful. What a contrast to these as well, you know? Really is. And then so good. 2mm check glass pearls. These are purple, violet, rainbow, or majestic purple. Look at these. They are just beautiful little guys. I love me some baby beads. I do, I do. And these are just stunners. Look at that color. So pretty. So pretty. Just little video, guys. So fun. Oh, and these drucks are where it's at. We get these 4mm drucks. These are in pale amethyst. 50 pieces in here. And oh, look how pretty. Just pristine. So nice. I mean, you wouldn't even know they're purple. Just barely a hint. Yeah, those are really pretty. Those are really pretty. I like them. But I think one of my favorites is coming up next here. These are 4mm check glass bicones, alabaster purple violet, or a crystal rose gold luster. I got crystal rose gold luster. Look at the little baby lucernas. Aren't those so good? Get 25 of these. Oh, I love that luster on there. Yeah, this is amazing. You know, I have a big container just full of my beads that are like my favorite dusty rose colors like this. Actually, hold on, I might show you. These are like my favorite colors. So it's the peaches and the pinks and all of those. Here, let me open it. So we have lots. So I'm telling you, my color. All of them. And then all of my little baby like 3 and 4mm, they are all in a different kind of container. But I love this colorway. I love this colorway. It makes me really, really happy. And I guarantee you I'm going to be going on their website and getting some more of these because these are gorgeous. Love them. I'll probably use those right out the gate. Love them. But overall, one of my favorite check glass cuts is a check glass gem cut rondelle. Overall, this is 3 by 5mm, also my favorite size. And look at that purple color. I feel like you can't go wrong. I think that this brings out all the best of the best in check glass whenever it's this kind of rondelle. So you still have that light that's traveling through it that's so amazing, and then you have that gleam. See that sparkle that's coming out at you because of those facets on the edges. I love them because they're small, because they're not round, which makes them so easy for, you know, connections with other beads, with bead caps, with, you know, all the things and stuff that I love. But love me some gem cut rondelles, check glass gem cut rondelles. So good, so good. Followed up by the lucerne bicones. Totally. And the drops. Well, I guess I could keep going, but you know what I mean. Okay. Okay, one more item in the strands. And they did put this in the strands, and I don't think I've ever gotten any of this from Dollar Bead Box. This is pretty darn cool. So this is 36 inches of silk ribbon. This is a blue violet. So pretty. We get one piece, so it's this big long piece. So many options and so many ideas now. I love this because it is, you see how it's definitely sewn edges, so it's not like just the rough stuff, right? It's about how wide it is when it's opened up. And so it can be used for so many different ways. Very pretty, different. I really like this option. I think it's fun. It's going to open up new ideas and you know, new designs for us. And I hope you guys take advantage of that. I know I'm going to definitely take advantage of that this month. Totally. Let's go through the other items, the additional items in the box. And we're starting out with one of my favorites. No question. Love me some dragonflies. And I love check glass dragonflies. 17mm this is. This is mauve travertine wash. Oh, I just love it. I just love it. Look at that little teal that pops through there. So good. Oh, they're just so pretty. So pretty in that edging. Oh gosh, it's really good. Yeah. My vibe, my game, this guy, always. Next, we have some little tie hill silver tubes. There's 8 pieces in here, and these are really cute. These are 4x6mm. And like I said, there's 8 of them in here. I love how little they are. I think that's fun. Now, I have some of these. Okay, not many, but I have some. The way I have them is from a Facebook Marketplace bead haul. I have not found them this little bitty like this. So I'm really happy. So cute. See that little decal on there? Oh, those are good. Lots of fun. Love it. Sugar skulls. Yeah, sugar skulls. So I love sugar skulls. I never use them. Okay, the couple times that I used them weren't for jewelry. The last time I used them, it was for the Day of the Dead, whatever you call that, the Day of the Dead. And I made little stick figures out of them with jewelry making supplies, right? With my head pins and like my ball head pin or my eye head pins. I love this green and pink though. Honestly, I think this is the favorite colorway I've ever had in them. That is gorgeous. I may very well end up using those. And I just think they're just adorable little creatures, but I just never ever use them. That's going to change. That's going to change. Challenge, Amy, challenge. Get her done. Beautiful. Look at these little check glass bellflowers. 5x7mm, purple with the copper wash. We get 10 of them. Love, love. Good, good stuff. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, those are nice. Cute, cute little guys. This is a fun month. This is a fun month. I always think these are elegant. They're always just, they speak elegance to me. So here are a couple check glass drops, 9x20mm. These are garnet with bronze. We get 2 pieces. And it's like that gold bronze, you know, and the way this goes with the bronze on the head and like the tip and the bottom, looks like there's bead caps on there. They're always just so elegant, just so pretty. Very, very pretty. That's nice. Those will go, that'll be really, really good with this. Yeah, yeah, like it. And then we have check glass button beads, 14mm. We get 2 of these. This is white with a deep pink wash. These are fun. And I do turn these into buttons quite often. I love how metallic that pink is. Very nice. I also love how they sound. Yeah, pretty little guys. Very pretty box this month. Very pretty and elegant. And this just really meshes in with them so very well. So these are check glass sunset flowers. These are in dark pink, 4 pieces, 10mm each in size. There's that metallic again. I'm digging it. Totally digging it. Looky here. Perfect. Perfect. Spot on. So good. Okay, you ready for it? Because here comes my favorite. Like, favorite. Like, I don't think we've ever gotten anything like this before. This is a 19mm Swarovski 5525 wave bead. Crystal antique pink, 1 piece. I don't know. You guys will have to tell me. I don't think we've ever gotten anything like this. Oh my goodness, this is stunning. Oh wow. Look at that. Oh, that is just beautiful. Oh, so good. That is nice. Oh, that is so pretty. Yeah, that'll be something. Super excited about that. And then they put in here a tiara cast heart leaf. This is antique pewter. 15 by 17 millimeters, one piece in here. So good. Two-sided, of course. Tiara cast. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love leaves any way you give them to me, and in the shape of a heart, absolutely. Oh, and I saw this right when I opened the bag, right when I opened the box. Super exciting. This is really cool looking too. This is the Check Glass Vintage button in bronze. One piece, 15 millimeter or 20 millimeter. I'd say mine's 20. What do you say? Crisp, clean. It screams sophistication, if you ask me. Let's see what I can do to treat you well. I don't have any beads that are anywhere similar to this. That's really exciting for me. I love it. But you see, oh, it's bronze, but it reminds me of the pink. Like a pinky bronze or something. You see that? I don't know. Something about it. That's really cool though. And then we get some little butterflies. 12 by 14 millimeter check glass butterflies. You get a purple AB or a crystal ABX. Two pieces. I got crystal ABX. So, oh yeah, I'm glad for that. Yeah. So, extra AB, like all the way. Super cool. It's going to pull in some of those metallics that's up here, right? I think I already know what I'm going to make. And then again, 30 millimeter, 5-point tabular resin stars. Mixed colors, number 2, it says. 6 pieces. Yeah, that's just fun. So different. So different. Look at those guys. Really cool. Just really cool dollar bead box. You guys, what do you think about this month's box? It is February and I got my March box. How about that? So I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to put myself together. I'm going to go do a live and do a puppy show tonight. That's going to be so much fun. And then I'm going to be designing with this after that. Oh, I'll see you for design here in a minute, okay? See you soon. So I am totally looking forward to the thought I have on this bracelet that we're going to make today. This is going to be a triple strand bracelet, and the closure, we're going to pull in this, this beautiful silk cording that we got. Super excited about that. And we're going to use one of these as a button for it. So we're going to be making that. What I'm pulling in from the box, love it. Pulling in those bell flowers. Pulling in the other flowers. I love them. We're using all of those. Okay. We're using both of these beauties here. Both of them. Pulling in the 4 millimeters. That, oh, I love that silver with that like luster that goes through that fire polish. It's beautiful. We have those very pale drucks that we're using. And in the 3 millimeter, I'm pulling in both those opaque purple ones as well as these. And these are just like all the colors, all pulled in. And I think it's going to really make what's happening today. I'm going to use those little baby 2 millimeter pearls. Possibly using the tiara cast leaf here. And the only things that I'm pulling in from my stash are, I have a couple spacer options here. And both of these spacers I get from Hobby Lobby. Now these spacers here, these gorgeous, gorgeous hot pink ones, that's immediately where I was going when I realized I wanted to, you know, do this project. I was like, I have to use those spacers. And these, get all of these colors, not the bottom one, these 4 colors all together in a strand with silver, and there's silver included in it at Hobby Lobby. And they are just little 2 millimeter, little faceted glass beads. So I'm pulling those in, and then I thought the rainbow would go so well with this today. And so these are my little spacers from Hobby Lobby. They're the little like hematite rainbow plated spacers. They're like little squares. But what I like about these and why these are important today is one of our strands is going to be a 2-to-1 strand, and these will fit easily on both of those strands. Now I have some bead caps I brought in. These fuchsia bead caps, couldn't help myself. I get these from Fire Mountain, and with Fire Mountain it came in like a combo. It's like a one bracelet almost with all of these bead caps, and they're all the metallic colors. And so I'm pulling those in. And you know, of course, if you don't have those, use just regular like these. I'm also pulling in some little 5-petal bead caps here in that silver. And then I have just some baby bead caps that I'm going to pull in. I'm just going to use a couple of them. And these are stainless steel. I get them on Amazon. I'll have all that stuff linked below. I have the link for, I believe, both of these as well. So I'll have those linked. So for our wire, I have 4 pieces of this cut to 6 inches. And we are today using Soft Flex, satin silver color, and fine. Fine is pretty important today because itty bitty holes, like little. I hope I don't struggle too much today, but either way, it's going to be so cool, the end result of what I'm thinking, if it turns out the way I'm thinking it's going to turn out. I don't know like the exact specifics, but I know what I'm looking for. Okay. And then I have a piece of wire out. Now this is 24 gauge silver, and I have this cut to about 6 inches, and you probably don't need 6 inches, but I grabbed out 6 just in case. So let's go ahead and start with what we're going to do with the closure. Okay, so let's set the wire aside. For the closure, I'm wanting to turn one of these guys into a button. The button that came in the box, I have a whole other thought. But we're going to turn this into a button for today, and it is going to be clasped and closed up with this. Yep. So it'll be pretty, it'll be cool. I think it'll be great. So all I'm going to be doing to turn this little guy into a button is I'm going to take my wire, and I'm going to go right through it, bring it to somewhere about center. Again, this is probably more wire than I need. It was a scrap piece of wire, so I'm just using it. Okay, so I'm going to bring this to about center, and then I'm going to fold that wire up and over the back. So I'm going to crisscross that up and over the back because I want it to be really flush up against that bead. Now, I say it's going to be flush against the bead because it is, but then we're going to pop it out a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to bring it out just a little bit, but that way we know it wants to be up close to that bead, and all we're going to do is twist it. Okay, so I'm going to twist this up to make one strand, and right now I'm twisting the bead and just kind of holding on to the wire. Okay, you can do that, or you can hold on to the bead and you can twist the wire. Either way works. Now, I started with the bead because it makes it want to get closer up to the back of it that way. And so that's the reason why I did that. So I'm going to make this just long enough that we're going to make a little wrapped loop on the back, and that's what's going to make this little guy a button. That's all there is to it. Easy peasy, just like that. Okay, so I'm just trying to keep my V, and this does not have to be perfect in any way. It's just going to be that little connection that keeps that button popped out so that it can make that connection with our cording. And surely that's enough. Of course that's enough. So let's trim that off. And then for the jump rings today, I thought it would be fun to pull out those rainbow plated jump rings. I thought it would go really well with kind of my thought here. All right, so we have our little bead. And I'm going to get my round nose pliers out. I'm just going to make a wrap loop. Now I want this to pop up some. Okay, so I want it to have a little bit of room. That way it has its movement. You see how high up that is? I'm just going to go ahead and hold on to it with my round nose pliers. I'm just going to wrap it around. Give Give it a few wraps. Okay. Trim that off. We'll cinch that down good. Okay, straighten that up a little bit. Now we have our little button bead. Easy peasy and cute. Now for the closure, what I'm thinking is with this cording, I'm going to grab the end of it here. I'm thinking just for good measure, because I would rather have a little extra that I have to cut off than to fiddle with it too much and not have enough. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut this to about 9 or 10 inches. Okay, so let's come in here. Here's 6. I'm just going to go ahead and go 10 just because I'll have extra anyways. But I would rather not fiddle with it, you know, and not be able to make my little knots. So I'm just going to cut that off. And that still leaves us plenty here, as well as my little tester that I had there, that I cut my tester to 6 inches and it was not enough. Hence, let's make it longer. Okay, so I have 6mm jump ring here. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. I'm going to bring it to about center. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that through. And you know, you can put the jump ring on afterwards, but I think it's going to be easier to just do it with the jump ring. Okay, so I'm going to bring this to about half here. And then I'm just going to make a little overhand knot because I want it to be a little knot up there, you know, a little bump. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so from here, I'm wanting to make sure that I'm bringing it up, right? I'm not going to let it get too tight until it's up where I want it to be. And then this knot won't end up being this big, but it is going to be a nice little chunky knot, and that's actually what I'm looking for. See how much we've got left down here? I want to have enough to be able to make that other knot. Okay, so I'm going to pop this out. And then I know it's where I want it to be, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten it, pull up on it, and then I'm going to hold on to the top, pull each of those individually, each of those tails. That way I know they're each nice and snug in there. So from here, what I'm looking to do, because this is going to be the connection to the bracelet, okay, and then I'm wanting an opening that this is going to slide into, and it's not going to take much. Not at all. And considering this is fabric, it's not leather, you know, it's not, you know, seed beads that's not going to have the give. This will have some give, and it could even stretch a little bit over time. So you want it to be snug. Okay. And so if we're looking here with the size of our button, see, that's not going to be a very big area. So we're just going to make a knot that goes right up in here. Then we'll test it out. Okay. So I'm going to do another little overhand knot. Yeah, and this gave me plenty of space. My tester did not. Okay, so with this next little knot, I don't want it to get too tight. Okay, I want to leave it pretty loose, but I want to make sure that it is going to be snug going over this. It needs to be snug because it's going to, you know, add a little give as time goes on. Okay, so here, make sure we got them separated good. Make sure it's understood where those separations are. It would help if I just didn't slip, right? Okay, and so that goes through pretty nicely, and so if it gets a little more snug, I'm okay with that. Okay, just something different. I thought that would be so much fun. So I'm just gonna tighten it up now. Grab each of those tails and pull them out. And if you wanted to, you can leave this little tail, right? So like this side, it's my cut side, and this is the starter side here. So you could come in here, you could feed this down, you know, cut them both off. You could even add beads to these. What I'm gonna do is make sure I'm good and tight. I don't like too much when it comes to those, so I am going to cut mine off. Just a little tail coming out. Okay, and our button is going to, with our closure, we'll go right up in here. Cute. So there's our closure. Our closure's done. Let's talk about this bracelet. This is going to be a little different, okay? The offset that I'm looking for on these strands is going to be a little different than what I would normally do, and I'm liking that. So let's start with this focal. So I'm going to grab 2 of these strands, and I know that I want the very center of this to be this other bead. So I'm going to pop both of those strands right through that bead. Okay, and this is going to be centered, and we're going to want to make sure as we're starting this and going along that we kind of keep center, right? Because we're going to do the 2 to 1 strand where we're separating it for some beads and bringing it back together for other beads. And when we're doing that, it's, you know, it's not so easy to just, you know, cinch them down and bring them back this way and that way, because they want to kind of stay where they are because they're all snug as a bug in a rug. So we'll want to stay about center, all right? But on each side of this, I'm going to bring in these spacers because these spacers fit really well on both of those strands. So I'm going to pop one of those on each side. We're going to do this primary little focal area, and then as soon as we start to separate those strands, I'm going to get real good center, bead bug one side, and then work up from one side then the other. Okay, but this is what we're starting with. Cute, cute. So coming from here, I'm going to bring in my bell flowers and a couple of my little stainless steel, and then I'm going to be bringing these guys in. So I want to, with this one, I want to go ahead and get the tip bead capped. So I have that little stainless steel going away from my focal. I'm going to put on one of those bell flowers. And so these bell flowers are going to be going away from that focal, but so cool, these. So with these on the underneath, it's really pulling in that super cool fuchsia color with that purple. And I just think it's so fun. I couldn't not do it. I had to do it. Okay, so we're going to do 3 of these bell flowers. And 2 of these that are going to have these fuchsia bead caps on the inside. Now on the third one, because the bead cap that's on the back, kind of the starter of these bell flowers, is that silver, I'm going to go silver on this last one for the underneath. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, from here I want to put one of these on. So this is just going to be poking out of that last little bell flower. And then it's going to have a little spacer on the other side. Super cute. Love it. Okay, I'm going to do that other side, and then we're going to find that center and work up one side. Okay, so I'm going to do that stainless steel to start it all out. Little 4mm. These I get from Amazon. I'll have them linked below. Then we'll go into those bellflowers. I love stacking bellflowers. It's one of my favorites. I just love the depth that it gives, that, you know, that texture. So good. And that last little bellflower. And then on the underneath of it, we're going to do our silver bead cap. So we have an extra here. So we'll pop on that silver. We'll put our little druck on there. So pale and pretty they are. I'm going to do one of these spacers. So here's our focal. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's keep those close, but let's see. I want to make sure that I'm even on my strands too, just to help me out here. I'm going to bead bug this one side. Okay, so now let's work up from this side. This is where I'm going to separate those strands. And what I'm looking for with the separation is I'm going to pull in these guys and one of my faceted 2mm. But that color, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but that faceting, that color is just so good. It's going to give this pop that really is that pop that's in the center of these, you know. And so here's what I'm looking for. I'm going to do 2 of these little pearls on one strand. Come on down a little bit. And then 1 of these on the other. And then I'm going to pop it out to where the fuchsia sets in between those 2 pearls. So we're going to have this little 3-grid guy going on here. Right? I think it's just adorable. Absolutely adorable. Okay, and so from here I want to put one of those spacers on just to kind of be that other side, that kind of stopping point. Then we're going to put on one of these pretties. And that's what this is going to be all the way up. Well, almost all the way up. So we'll get one of them on there. And then we'll do another one of our spacers. Oh, that's a thick one. He's like double the size. He is an actual little square. We're going to set him aside. Surely I can use him for something cool. We're going to stick with one of the regulars. Okay, so pop this on. And we're going to separate that strand again. And for me, it doesn't matter if each of these are the same. Like, it doesn't have to be the 2 pearls on top and the metallic electroplated one at the bottom. It could be different on the next one or the next one or the next one, or it could be same on half. That part, I don't care. Either way is fine by me. Okay, so I'm going to grab one. Let's go ahead and bring a couple of these down. A couple of these down. Sorry, I didn't know I had a kitty cat in here. Achilles was in here, and he decided to, every time he is in here, when he wants my attention and he's ready to come and hang out with me, he is huge. He's a massive, massive cat. Oh my gosh. He was a rescue, so I don't know what his breed was, but he has something in him. He is a big old cat now. And so he jumps like on my back. He comes from the back of my chair, jumps over the back of my chair onto my back. And he's like, hey. No, bud, not right now. Not right now. Okay, so we have another 3 of those. Spacer, truck, spacer, truck, and spacer. I'm going to leave a little bit of room at the end because I'm thinking of something. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, but I'm thinking of something for the ending of all 3 of these strands. And I want to leave my options open for the end just in case. But I want to get them all together, see that offset, and know where I'm wanting to go with it. And these holes are tiny. Like soft flex medium is a no-go for these. Just like any little pearls, you know. Pearls do have the tiniest of all tiny holes. Oh, I don't know. Some of those microfaceted little bitty gemstones do as well. So hopefully my phone holds up as far as it overheating. I have a new replacement phone on its way. This phone, it just keeps overheating, and I keep getting, and it may not be too noticeable to you guys, but I sure notice it, especially when I'm editing, to where there's like a dark line that every so often kind of goes down. It makes me crazy. And so I have just overworked my phone. It is my camera, you know. So it's overworked, and a replacement's on the way. It's one of those things, you know, I've never, knock on wood, I've never like dropped and broke my phone, nothing like that. So I've never really had to use the insurance. For the kids, yeah, I've had to, for sure, over the years, but not for me. And so I was like, I don't know, will they replace it? I mean, something's not right with it, and yeah, they will. Okay, so actually I'm going to do this 3 series, and I think I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off on doing more right now until I know what I'm doing with those other strands. Okay, so let me get a couple more bead bugs out actually. Go ahead and bug this side real well. I'm going to do that same little thing here on this other side, but you see what we're looking at here. Cute, cute, right? It just gives so much character and depth to this primary focal strand. I'm loving it. Okay, so we're doing 2 of those little pearls and electric plated glass bead. And we'll do that spacer, druck spacer. All the little holes today, and Amy decides, yes, today's a really good day to do. It's just fun. It's fun, and you know, once you get that in your mind, you're like, ooh, what about this? And then, ooh, yeah, you don't go back from that. At least I know I can't go back from that. My brain will go right back to it if I try to veer away. This weekend was a really good weekend. Got to do a live this weekend. I got to have a live party, and oh, it was so much fun. Oh my goodness, it has been too long since I've been doing these lives. I had done one with Maisha, And that was so much fun. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm ready. You know, Maisha and Kimberly are so much fun. And then to do this live with all of the cool friends. I mean, so many cool friends. Like Ginny and Becky and Jody and Colleen and Chrissy. And it was so much fun. So much fun. Before party and after party was so much fun too. You know, where we're kind of just backstage from, you know, before we start it and after we end it. Yeah. We have so many cool and amazing content creators for jewelry making. I mean, cool, creative, inspiring, and everyone is out to just help you. You know, we all have the same goal in mind, and that is to help you and to have fun. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Gosh, I love us. I love us. All right, so I'm going to do one more here. Just so much fun. And then this weekend, I found out that I am going to get out of that other house early. I do not have to keep paying for it through June. Big deal. Big deal. Oh, the monthly savings. Oh, the monthly savings. No rent, no utilities on another place. Yeah. And so I'm taking the keys there today. Today's my late shift for work. First Monday of every month, I work a late shift, and that is from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. minimum. I mean, I'll log on early, and who knows what time I'll get off, but it's not my favorite of all shifts. Typically, my shift starts at like 6:30 in the morning. So good. Okay. And actually, did I end there? I have this guy and then 1, 2, 3. No, I'll end here. So it was just a good weekend. The weather was beautiful until, oh my gosh, yesterday, Sunday, the weather went from being beautiful. Oh, I got to go and see my nephew's baseball game too. He plays for Minnesota State. And they were actually here like a 20-minute drive away. And so that's a big deal. I never get to see him, you know, play college ball because he's all over the United States. But that was just really cool. Kind of like the Strand. Really cool. Full of surprises. All right, let's talk about side strands. Okay, so just to show you what I'm kind of looking for and what I'm going for. Let me get these out of the way for just a second here. Okay, so what I'm going for on these is a cool offset to where I have like one flower here on this strand and then one flower down here on this strand, right? And then the offset of those flowers is going to be at the end of the bell flowers. So up here, that offset will be here. Down here, it'll be here. To where when it's all together like that, it's going to be that kind of staggered look. And I don't know. I have a feeling, and that's what I'm going for. That's it. So here's what I'm looking to do. So if we start maybe here at the bottom strand, I am wanting an offset. I'm wanting to use these guys. And these guys, and these guys, and then I will end up using some of these as well, I think. So for that offset, okay, let's go ahead and pop one of these on. And actually, I think I want one of these on each side of the flowers. Yeah, that'd be cool because it ties in with that up there. So if we pop one of these on each side of that, what I'm thinking is the separation between the two, right, for each. Maybe if I do, let's do one of these opaque, fire polish, opaque. Okay. And then let's bring one of these guys in and have these on each side. So then if I put on like so, because see how it stays small there and then it gets a little bit bigger? That's what I'm thinking there. Okay, so in between them though, what I'm thinking, because I want it to go to here, let's do another of those series. So I'll do another opaque, fire polish opaque. Yep, and I think that'll be just right. And then I'll do our other flower. And I'm not wanting to, I'm really not wanting to have like them be too elaborate on these outside strands. So I think that's just what I'm going to do. Is just do that little series here, at least on this strand. And this is that offset that I'm looking for. So one side is going to have a longer amount than really the other side is going to have. So one will be a little bit longer than the other one. So from here, let's go ahead and go into a few of those series. So if I do that, opaque, fire polish, opaque. Let's bring a couple more of these down here just because I'm going to be utilizing them. And I think these look really cool together. Like the way, because that one side is translucent, you know, the other side is that silver, but oh, that is just so good. Love that. I'll go right back into it. So if we're here, that would probably be the end or about the end of that side, right? So let's do a little bit up on this other side. This is pretty simple. It's just the look. I was going for a look. Oh, but I didn't finish telling you about the weather. So it was beautiful, beautiful, right? I go to a baseball game. I mean, everything's beautiful. And then yesterday, as of like mid-afternoon, it just started getting colder and colder. And then it started raining. And then by yesterday evening, it was freezing rain. It was absolutely brutal cold. I was not a happy camper because if you give me a taste of spring, you know, I want the whole cake. I don't want just a bite of it. I want the whole thing. Oh, but it's coming. Spring is coming. Yeah, so over here, I'm thinking maybe just one more of those little series and we should be good to at least hold off and see where we're standing, right? So let's do that one more. Then we'll knock out that other strand and see where we're at as far as finishing them off. Those two guys are stuck together. Or they were. Okay, so let's see. And we end up being about even. Yeah, we are even on both sides. That works. Not really. I need another one on this one. I was going to say, I thought they'd be all set more because, you know, it's not centered. But I don't want this to be too long, and we need to account for that button closure. So then from here, okay, and when we get close to the end, we can take off one or two or whatever the case is, but that is what I'm looking for right there. Okay, so let's do that other strand. And I want it to be a little bit different on the other strand. Not too much different, but let's try this. Sorry, I had to separate those guys. They could cause problems. I do want to bead bug one side of this just so I know that I've got some safety and security somewhere. Okay, so on that other strand, how about instead of doing the opaque, you know, 2 times and this in the middle, let's go backwards. Okay, still same thing, but different. And I think it'll give a little bit of contrast on those 2 strands against each other on either side of this. So let's go ahead and pop on our flower, because we know that we're going to want that spacer on each side of the flower no matter what, and we know what's going to be between those 2 flowers. Okay, so between those 2 flowers, we're just going to do a series with the center and another series. Okay, so this time around, well, actually, this time around, let me bring them a little bit closer. See if that helps a little bit. I just love these beads. I love all these littles that I get. Imagine that. Okay, so instead let's do that opaque in the middle between these guys. Just give that little difference of pop, you see. And then we'll do our little spacer with our 4mm spacer. And let's pop right back into that series of 3. And I'll go ahead and pop on that other flower. And so looking at the focal area, right, so we have these guys like so, and then these like that. Fun, different, I like it, it'll work. Okay, so on one side here we have just that series with the ending. On this side we have the extra. Okay, so let's just jump right in. Let's jump right in by first, let's just move these up. Knock this out real quick because we know where we're going now. Okay, so we'll do our little series. So that's the one side. Then the other side will be a little extra. So let's do a little extra over here. That pink is just perfection with these beads. With these, if they're stuck together, you just take your nail and squeeze on the in-between. They'll pop right off together. And then bring them together. Let's look at our length. Let's talk about it just a little bit and then see how we want to close these off. Okay, so we have that one. That one. Our center. So with our center, be like this, and this one is like this. Cute. Okay, so here's what I was wondering. When it comes to the length, okay, so let's go ahead and take that into account. For this connection purpose, because we're going to have to take into consideration the size of that clamshell connector, the jump ring, okay, with that connector and the bead wanting to be here. All right, so the bead's going to go into here. We're looking at right now just over 6, like 6 1/4, maybe 6 1/2. And that's good. That's good for a bracelet size for me. I was wondering though if we wanted to end each of these the same way, right? To where I could take this end, this bottom part off of this one and off of this one, and we could do little spacers or not. Or what I could do is, because we know the side strands are going to be the exact same length so far. So if I came in here, each of these side strands are 5 1/4. Okay, and our primary strand is just under 5. I could just do some of those extra spacers here at the end of this instead of doing another series of this, just to kind of elongate that center strand. I think I like that idea actually. So if I was to put, say maybe maybe 3. I may be overdoing it. I may end up taking one off of each of those sides, but come on. Help me out. Let's go a little ways down here. Okay, let's check this length now. Let's not spill our beads. I could still put one more on each side. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, 5 1/4, so we are even. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and end these. Okay, let's take a peek here. Know what we're looking for. Know what we're looking for. Yeah, let's end them. Let's get them done. Let's do that. Okay, so let's bead bug this side. Clamshells and my crimp tubes. We'll do one of these together here. Actually, for focal purposes, let's do the focal together and then I'll do the side strands. Okay, so I'm going to make sure all of these are cinched the way I'm wanting them. They're pretty snug. There's not much movement that was happening there. Okay, and then we'll come in with clamshells. I'm going to open it up just a little bit. Better be safe than sorry. They won't go too awful far. It'll just be the spacers, because these are pretty cinched. Okay, so we'll pop that clamshell on there. And actually, now that I cinched them, let me measure it first. Because once you're done, you're done. Yeah, still 5 1/4. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. You guys, if you don't know Dollar Bead Box, what's really, really cool about this is not only do we get really cool beads and cute little curations every month, and, you know, the idea of that bag, that add-on bag, which is if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. I mean, add the add-on bag. Besides all that, I build my stash every month with this box, and I'm creating with this box. So all of these little 3 and 4 millimeters that go either identically or so well together, whatever's left I put in my stash. And so then anytime I'm looking for example, purples, you know, whether it's purple AB, purple with fire polish, regardless of what that is, I have my go-to. And it's because of Dollar Bead Box that I have that. Like, completely, no question. I want to make sure I'm cinching this really good. You're also looking for these to be side by side. You want those to be side by side. That way you know you have a good crimp. That crimp is connected to both of them individually. Now, Dollar Bead Box does provide me with my box and bag every month. I do not pay for them. However, if they didn't provide it, I would be buying it anyways. And actually, anything that I'm working with, you know, the majority of it, except for Bargain Bead Box, does supply these boxes to me. But I would not be doing this if they weren't also a box that I would be buying if they weren't providing them to me. No question, I would be buying this one. I'd be buying each of them that I work with. But I just love how I always have that go-to. I always have those options with my little beads, my spacers, and my extras, thanks to Dollar Bead Box. So look, just grabbing one of them, teal. So I have so many of these littles that work so well with each other or are matched identically with each other. And it is because of Dollar Bead Box. Let's look at blues. It was next because it's kind of color coordinated. Right? And so all of these littles like this, actually look, this is the leftovers from this one. So good. So good. But it gives me all of these options, and, you know, I have the same colorway, whether it's matte or whether it's, you know, the shiny, whether it's electroplated, whether it's not, whether it's AB, whether it's not. It gives me all of these different options because I can create and I'll still have some of these little beads left. Right? And then they go into my stash, and then it allows me to have all of these options all month, every month, and I love that. I love it. Anyways, just wanted to share that with you. I really do love this box. I felt bad. Last month I reached out to them again, and I'm like, okay, so it's like the 3rd of the month and I don't have my box yet. Just checking in. And they were like, yep, you should be getting it actually today or tomorrow. And so like, I'm sorry, I look forward to it. Like when it's the 1st of the month, I'm like, where's my Dollar Bead Box? because I usually have it on the 1st. And this one I got on the 28th of February, and I was like, what? But then it was a crazy weekend. So here I am. I just love it. They're very responsive too. Now, if you've never gotten a box, if you use my referral code that's up here, and I have a link down below in my description box, it gets you $2 off your first month of subscription with them. And you can't beat that, considering what the price is anyways. Actually, let me start that. Let me go down in here. Looks like that bottom center isn't. Yeah, it was. I just think it's fun. This is so much fun every month. I love doing this. I love doing this. It is so good. One of these days, I'm telling you, one of these days, I am not going to have a crazy, take all my time and be super stressful day job. I'm not. One of these days, I'm going to just get to do this fun stuff with you all the time. Love it. Okay, primary strand. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to cinch up these two, and then we're going to close this bad boy off. All right, so we are all closed up, and not only that, but I went ahead and put a little 4mm jump ring on the end of each of these. Okay, and so these are going to be connecting to this on one side and this on the other side. Cute, cute, cute. So I have some 6mm jump rings that I have out. This is also the size that I used here. Okay, I'm going to connect the 3 strands to one of these on each side, and then we'll connect to our closures, both sides of those closures. So let's get that done. What are you thinking about that offset? A little different, huh? I'm loving it. So I'm going to connect each of these 3 to this 6mm. Here, and I do believe I'm going to just directly connect from here to our closure on this side. Okay. And that is cute. Love that. Love that. I definitely think we need a dangle though. I should get something out. Let's do that. And then on this side, I don't think we're going to need anything beyond this either. So I think this is going to connect our 3 strands as well as our little button here. So let me come to this side. I'm going to kind of just bring them along and see how they want to lay, because I want to connect them the way they want to lay so that I know they're not going to be kinking up on themselves all the time. Okay, so I'll get this in here, pop our little button on, close that up. Make sure it's good and closed. So cute. Okay, let's get a little something here. Okay, so let's do some silver. Okay. This is my regular wrapping head pin. So I have my regular wrapping head pins in this container. I have my longer ones in this container. And then my others are these containers for my eye head pins and my straight head pins. So I do that. And then on the side, I mean, I have head pins galore. On the side, I have some short ones and some short ones. So that's the way I rock and roll there. Okay, so let's get out our round nose pliers. Okay, and let's see what we want these little dangles to look like. So I'm thinking I would like one of these. And if I did, let's see, what would be fun? Okay, so what would be fun is probably, let's try one of these. Let's do just one of these little boops down here with a bead cap and a bellflower. Cute, cute. Let's bead cap the top of that bellflower. Let's do another one that's like that. So we'll pop him on. Bead cap going down over it. Little bellflower sitting on top of there. We'll bead cap that bellflower. And then on top of there, we've got to pull in some of the pink, right? So on top of there, let's go for that guy. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I'm just going to leave that one. Actually, I'm going to have both of these look like that. And then we'll do something else with that center one or with that third one. So we'll do two of those. And then for this one, let's do kind of what our little series is down here, right? So we have, well, if it'll fit. Surely it'll fit. Oof, okay. One of those, just a little like bright pop that goes in between there. Let's just do a couple of those. That'd be cute, just sitting down in between there. Yeah, let's do that. Simple as that. Cute, cute. So we'll do some little wrap loops here. Around a few times. Get out of there, buddy. There you go. Cute. And these, for sure. Cute, cute. Loving that little dangle. Maybe let's make this one longer. So on this one, let's go in with one of these and then another pink. That way they're a little offset and they're not like on top of each other. Yeah, so this one's gonna have a little extra something something there. Cute. Love him. those off. I need to get another pair of my little clippers, my little nail clippers, because I really like those for this. But I was silly and used it for something that I shouldn't have used it for, and yeah, it seems like every time I want to use them now, I'm going for that little divot that I put in there. And that doesn't work out very well. Right down in as close as we can get. There you are. Okay, and then our final one. Cute. Okay, so let's connect these guys together. I don't think I want one that big. Grab out one of those 4s, or, you know, 2. These on. So pretty. Yeah, that'll be a cute little grouping. Okay, and where do I want to put it? Oh, I know where I want to put it. I'm going to come right in here. Cute, cute, my friends. I'm so happy. I think this is just adorable. I love working with my dollar bead box. And then let's see how this connection is going to be. I'm going to bring it right in through that silk. Mind you, I am terrible about putting my own bracelets on. Okay, well, we know. That's so cute. Looky, that'll be like perfect. Perfect, and then our little dangles coming off of it. Love it. Ah, I love a dollar bead box. I love a dollar bead box. All right, so I'm gonna get to playing with some beads some more, and I'm so happy that you're here with me today. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Be looking for more, because this box is fun. Until we meet back here next time. Bye for now.